Okay.
Good evening. You must be coming from the auction preview in the room right next door. I do encourage all of you to purchase something. After all, the proceeds go direct to support the war effort on behalf of all the colonies. And it's not as though Martin has use of any of it any longer. He's long gone. Well, I suppose I ought to introduce myself. I am Colonel Robert Howe. I'm sure most of you have heard of me. It was my militia that forced Governor Martin to flee and board a ship just this past July. Shortly after that, I had the great honor of leading the 2nd North Carolina Line at the Battle of Great Bridge up in Virginia. That battle caused their governor to flee as well. Quite the impressive feat, is it not, madam? Come now. Certainly no book can replace pleasant conversation amongst friends. And we are all friends here, are we not?
Colonel Howe, I would have thought a gentleman of your good blood would know better than to seize a lady's belongings in such a fashion.
Of course you are right, Mrs. Shaw. Please accept my apologies. However can I make up for this slight?
Well, I suppose you could read a passage for me. I
Shakespeare?
think you might do Shakespeare justice.
Shakespeare, one of my favorites. What passage shall you have me read?
I think this may be to your benefit.
Very good, thank you. Mrs. Shaw, would you cast me as Brutus, the traitorous murderer of Julius Caesar?
That really wasn't my intention.
Sure.
However, since you mention it, it does seem rather fitting, does it not? I mean, were you not just boasting that you had pushed the king's own governors out of their own colonies?
Madam, need I remind you of the very next line in that play? Liberty, freedom, tyranny is dead, run hence, proclaim, cry it about the streets. Yes, Mrs. Shaw, I will be a Brutus if it means the end of the king's tyranny here in these colonies.
Well, I suppose that's your choice to make, your opinion. But it seems to me that poor fortune often follows traitors, Brutus and Caesar, Eurylochus and Odysseus, Judas and Jesus. Unfortunately, some men are doomed to ignore the warnings of history.
My dear Mrs. Shaw, I do not believe that I have ever met a woman with quite as quick a mind or as sharp of a tongue as you possess. Would you care to have the next dance with me?
I would not